What's going on, guys? Eric Pate here, back with another video. And holy crap, we got a whole bunch to talk about regarding Super Bowl 57. Well, not really a whole bunch, but especially the last quarter. We got a whole bunch to talk about. So, first quarter, it was practically back and forth. Basically the whole fourth quarter. First two quarters, the first half. It was basically back and forth. As soon as the Eagles scored, the Chiefs scored. Then the Eagles scored again. Then the Chiefs scored again. It was basically back and forth. And then, at one point though, Chiefs went 4-and-out. And the score at the time was 21-14 Eagles. So then the Eagles got into a field goal range to end off the half and kicked a field goal to end off the half. So going in halftime, it was the Chiefs were down by 10. Now, this is something familiar that has happened before in the Super Bowl, where the Chiefs were down by 10. Let's go all the way back 3 years ago to Super Bowl 54, when the Chiefs were down, what was it, 20-10, I think, against San Francisco. And the next thing you know, in a matter of 12 minutes, the Chiefs scored 21 points, 3 touchdowns. So then we started playing the game again with the whole back and forth. As soon as the Chiefs scored, the Eagles scored. The Eagles, I think, kicked another field goal, if I remember correctly. I think they did. Oh yeah, the Eagles ended up kicking another field goal. But the Chiefs, touchdown. And I think the Eagles scored a touchdown as well. I don't remember. I'm trying to remember if they did or not. Or did the Eagles go 3-and-out? I think the Eagles went 3-and-out, but the Chiefs went all the way down the field and scored. And then the next drive, I think the Eagles went 3-and-out. Because right now the score is 27-21. Eagles. I think the Eagles went 3-and-out. And then the Chiefs went down the field and scored another tutty to now make the score 28-27. Hey, guess what? Eagles went 3-and-out again. Or did they kick a field goal and missed it? I think they went for a field goal and missed it. I don't remember what happened. And then the Chiefs went down the field and scored again. They said, Terry Bradshaw said that every drive that the Chiefs had a possession in the second quarter, in the second half, as they were interviewing Andy Reid, asking how did you do this, how did you manage for every play in the every drive in the second half that Andy Reid and the Chiefs had the football, how did they manage to score? And Andy Reid said at halftime they just changed their mentality. They knew that they had to stop fooling around. I'm not saying they fooled around in the first half at all. I'm not saying that at all. I'm not saying that at all. That they were fooling around in the first half, but they definitely were like more prepared. And then the guy who on the next drive, Eagles this time got something on the board, got a few more points on the board, scored a touchdown. They went for a 2-point conversion and succeeded. So now the score is tied 35-35. At this point, I was like, okay, yeah, this game is going to go overtime. I'm like, okay, we're right to have our second overtime Super Bowl here. But Patrick Mahomes did something very, very, very smart in my book. In my opinion, he did something very, very, very smart. So, instead of going trying to go for the touchdown. He got the first down at the 1 yard line. Like 1 yard away from getting a touchdown. But instead of trying to go for it, instead of risking it in the end zone, he decided he's just going to kneel the ball 3 times real quick. Get it to 4th down. Call it the field goal team. And kick the game-winning field goal. With 11 seconds to go in Super Bowl 57. Which ended up happening. Now there's a controversial play I do want to talk about. We'll get to it in just a second. Now I'm not saying it probably kind of helped seal the deal for the Chiefs, but I'm going to talk about it in just a second. So, they kicked the field goal. Only took 3 seconds off the clock, so now there's 8 seconds to go in the Super Bowl. On the kickoff, now at first I was like, it took 4 seconds off the clock, but really I think they added 2 seconds for some unknown reason. And then they tried to the Eagles tried to Hail Mary the ball. And next thing you know, incomplete pass with time running out. And the Chiefs won their 3rd Super Bowl. And this is the first time that the Chiefs won the Super Bowl as being the designated away team. Because, let me go ahead and tell you that in Super Bowls 55 and Super Bowl I, both of those Super Bowls, the Chiefs were the designated away team, and were the 2 times that the Chiefs were the designated away team, but they didn't win. They lost to the Green Bay Packers in Super Bowl I, and in Super Bowl 55, they lost to Tampa Bay. Now, I would give Tampa Bay some, I would say kind of what's known to happen with Tampa Bay, though, because they were playing at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa Bay. But here's the thing. That was also the first time that a team made it to the Super Bowl at home. So I would say Tampa Bay had a little bit of home field advantage. And a year later, we know the Rams went back to the Super Bowl. I would also say they had a little bit of home field advantage as well. I think I saw something though for the Super Bowl. They will still have to be the designated away team, but they can use their home locker. They can use the home locker room, is what I think I read. But they would not do like any of the home game traditions ever. So there's like when Tampa Bay in regular season, when they score, they have a pirate ship and they shoot off cannons. But they told the people on the pirate ship they can only shoot off the cannon on the run out. Otherwise than that, they cannot fire the cannon. A lot of people said that's stupid, but to me, I completely understand. It's a Super Bowl. It's not a freaking regular season game. It's a championship on the line. And if it's like baseball, they play their championships. They play 4 games at the team with the most wins, and then they play 3 games at the team with the team with the least wins between the 2. They do that for the championship. So they do their regular home field advantage stuff. But for a game that's neutral site, I understand. It was a neutral site game. Anyway, so once they called out the field goal team, ball went up right to the uprights, and the Chiefs won the Super Bowl. Now, on the other side of the ball, Eagles' record as being the designated home team, Super Bowls 39 and 15, they were the designated home team. They lost. They lost to the Raiders in 15, and they lost to the Patriots in 39. And then we could go ahead and add on that they lost to the Chiefs as being the designated home team in 57. It's just I'm happy about it because I don't like the Eagles. Eric, the Eagles won Super Bowl though a few years ago. Yeah, they were a designated away team when they won Super Bowl 52, and that's why I don't like the Eagles. Eric, the Chiefs won Super Bowl 4 and Super Bowl 54. Yeah, but both those games, the Chiefs were the designated home team. But I'm glad the Chiefs got it done. There's one play that we're going to go ahead and quickly talk about that is kind of a little bit controversial. That some people have said is controversial. I can see it being a little bit controversial. There was a holding call. It looked like the looked like the Eagle grabbed the Chiefs player's jersey. But I don't think he held it on long enough for there to be a holding call. Like, I think there has to be a certain amount of time that the player's hand has to be on the jersey for them to call a hold. Or I think they have to, like, pull it towards them and whatnot. Yeah, sure, he still probably should not have grabbed the jersey. But I think and the flags came in a little late for it. Like, if the refs, Patrick Mahomes pointed it out, and I do understand why some people are saying that call is kind of bullshit. I would agree. That is a little bit bullshit. And it was called a little bit too late. It was basically called right after the play was done. They said prior to pass, holding. But Mahomes pointed. But still, I'm still glad the Chiefs got it done. And the last second field goal to win the game is a good way to enter the Super Bowl. A really good, I would say a really excellent Super Bowl. I'd just say this Super Bowl was probably more intense than Super Bowl 51. Okay. Super Bowl 51 was really Atlanta in the second and third quarter that was doing all the scoring. And then the Patriots just all of a sudden came back in the fourth quarter. And that was like really, fourth quarter was really and overtime was really the only time it was intense. But this Super Bowl was more intense than that. And honestly, I think the MVP should have been shared between Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce. Kelce had an excellent game. Mahomes did too, but I think Travis Kelce kind of deserved it more. That or the Chiefs, whoever last night's Chiefs starting running back was, he kind of had a great game as well. So, I mean, if we can just take quarterbacks out of the equation for next year's Super Bowl, I kind of wish for the next couple of years they can just take out the quarterback out of the equation for the MVP, because it's just been the quarterback, really. Like, I saw like over 75% of the MVPs of Super Bowls have been the quarterback. I saw the other day, like, I think 40 of the 48 Super Bowl MVPs. There are just 57 Super Bowls. How could there be 58 MVPs? So, I saw in Super Bowl 12, they were tied for the MVP award voting between the people who normally voted for MVP. So, instead of somebody just breaking the tie, they just ended up giving both of them the MVP. I think it was Super Bowl 12 that happened. So, yeah, I would go ahead and last night, though, I really think that we should have had 2 MVPs last night. Patrick Mahomes, I would say, did deserve it, but I think Travis Kelce should have at least been co-MVP. So, let me know what you guys think. What was your thoughts on Super Bowl 57? I thought it was a very intense game. Congratulations to the Kansas City Chiefs on their 3rd Super Bowl title. I hope they can go back to back next year. And let me know. Like, subscribe, comment, favorite. Be nice, go be awesome. I'm Eric Payton on the Hate. See you later. Oh, real quick, I don't think I ever put him on my channel yet. I don't in any of my videos, but y'all was just seeing me playing with something. I was playing this. What is this for? You can kind of see a little part of it. Sorry, my room's a little kind of messy. I'll vacuum it here in just a second. But what is this, you might add? It's a cat toy. Because I have a cat. There he is. Hey, can you come here? Okay. He's kind of a shy little man. He is. He's kind of shy.